Now let's go into talking about this announcement again, because this is just going to be more of me speculating and getting back into what Comic-Con was. The Last Ronin. I am still shocked, guys. We are getting a rated R Last Ronin. I never thought this day would come. I'm still in disbelief. I'm thinking they're pranking me, but Nickelodeon, naked SpongeBob and R-rated Ninja Turtles. What's next? What's another thing they could do? I can't even think of another Nickelodeon property off the top of my head. But dude, this has just gotten me excited, right? And now that the excitement has withered down a little, well, I'm still on this high. But now I'm trying to think more clearly, what could this movie look like, right? And I know there's this famous YouTube video, which I do want to give credit for. Last Ronin concept, I think is what it was called. A lot of you guys have also watched Andre's video. I love Andre, and he had a great video in there. There was this like Last Ronin, was it this one? Yeah, so somebody made this. I think this might be them. Hopefully I'm not wrong. But Speak-to-Gon, they made this, and dude, it just looks awesome. The artwork looks, the animation looks really good. Like, look how realistic it is. Obviously, it needs to be a little polished if it's a movie, but just looking like that would be awesome. And so that's the conversation I wanted to have here, is should they go this sort of route where it's CGI animated turtles? Now, if they went with this kind of realistic look, sort of more kind of like Planet of the Apes style, I would love it. I know people are fans of the Bay Turtles, and the Bay Turtles had their time. There's enjoyable things about that movie. I hate the design of the Bay Turtles. They're too hulking for me. This would make sense, though, because these are now one adult turtle. So it would make sense for them to be as big as the Bay Turtles. But I love this design. But I still think if they're doing this, they should connect it to the 90s Turtles. I'm just a strong believer that would make the most sense, and it would just please a lot of the people looking forward to this. Because, again, you're doing a rated R movie. So that means you're aiming for adults, right? You're going to target adults. Right now, the adults who love Ninja Turtles, what is their favorite or go-to Ninja Turtle movie? It's the 90s movie. I know people much older than me where they grew up on this movie, and I know I grew up on this movie. I saw it millions of times as a kid. This is my film. As much as I would love this type of style, I feel like it would make a little bit more sense to have the 90s Turtles in there. And also, again, remember, this is their teenage selves. This is what they look like as teenagers. So imagining the Jim Henson Corporation making these costumes again, aged up, bigger, broader, dude, that would be awesome. And, a lot of people are also like talking about, yeah, but it's going to suck because it's only one turtle. Read that TMNT Last Ronin comic. There's flashbacks to what happened to the brothers. Don't think they're not going to show how each brother died. That's a big part of the comic, is flashing back and remembering how each brother died. Those scenes are going to be insane in the movie. Like, I can't believe this movie's happening. Just thinking about he's going to be going on his mission, doing his stuff, and then flashback how Leo died. Heartbroken. Flashback to how Raphael died. Heartbroken. Donatello. And also in the comic, the Last Ronin is like spiritually, dude, they already set it up in here. I forgot about that little spirit scene. What is it, Splinter? Dude, they literally do this in the comic. So the scene in the Turtles where they they bring out Splinter and talk to him like that? Technically, that's how the Last Ronin talks to his brothers in the comic. I don't know how. I have to reread it again because it's been a while. But that's how the Ronin does it. Like, that's how he talks to them. Like, as he's going through the mission and as he's doing his stuff, he has conversations with himself, but he's imagining the spirit of his brothers behind him, giving him advice or criticizing him on what to do. Dude, that's literally how they could end up doing it. And since they already set it up in the 90s movie, it would perfectly make sense. Now, this is what they definitely need to do. This is now where I may be cooking a little too far. You guys might not love this, but this is what I want to happen, okay? All right. This is what should happen. So the whole movie should be the Last Ronin story. It should be heartbreaking. It should be sad. At the end of the day, though, this is still a Ninja Turtle movie. And Ninja Turtles should be a little lighthearted, or at least a little happy. I don't think there's a way you could end this like really sad story in such a breaking way. If you connect it to the 90s Turtles, and there is a scene in the last Ronin comic, where Shredder has basically taken base where the turtles used to live, or at least above where the turtles used to live. And remember, in TMNT 4, that is technically what is it? Let's see. In TMNT 4, the animated movie, there's this wall, kind of connecting the 90s turtles, and they have all their artifacts, right? Okay, you need to do a scene like this, where like the turtles, a layer is still intact. Maybe it's trash, destroyed a little bit, graffiti, or maybe it's untouched and it's just dusty. And it would be a really heartbreaking scene because we would see the last Ronin go into this layer, remember his brothers, where they used to hang out, eat pizza, bond, train, all that kind of stuff, right? End of the movie needs to be him finding that staff. Needs to be him then time traveling back. And I think that should be the ending of the movie. That's how they should continue it on. Because no way you just do one R-rated Last Ronin movie. You go back, and now it's older Last Ronin turtle trying to prepare the four brothers for what they're about to face so he could stop this apocalyptic future. Give me all the money, Nickelodeon. Put me in that writer's room, Nickelodeon. I just gave you gold. That's your sequel right there. It ends with him going back to the 90s and meeting his brothers, obviously happy, excited, but going, something bad's coming, and we have to prepare, guys. That right there is how you do it. That is why you should connect it to the 90s turtle. I think that would be awesome. Obviously, I don't think they're going to do that. That is like such a fan servicey thing. But if you don't just want to make one of these movies, this is your route. This is what you do. Now, there's other stuff out there. The comic sets up a way for like these legacy other turtles to continue on. You can read on about it and all that. But dude, that's how I would want to do it. I think that would be so great, and it would be sort of a happier ending, or kind of fit a little bit more into the turtles' mindset, and just seeing. You could still do the Jim Henson costumes and a version of CGI meshed together to make it work. But that would be the route I would want them to take. This is what I would want them to do. Please, you don't even have to pay me. I was just joking. Steal my idea, Nickelodeon. You have it for free. This is me on camera saying it. Do that. Okay. Who's the director? We don't know the director right now. We don't know the director, so I am going to want to know who that is. All we know is that Tyler Burton Smith, who did the Child's Play remake, is writing the movie, and I do have faith he's going to do a good job. So I'm going to get in contact with him. I think I actually did talk to him whenever the Child's Play stuff was coming up. Maybe he still follows me. Honestly, let me look up. He used to follow me. I think he did. I don't know if he does. Maybe I can contact him and be like, dude, I got an idea for you. Tyler Burton. He does follow me. He follows me. I have an in. I was going to message him saying, we need to talk. I haven't talked to the guy since 2019, and that's the first message. I'll message him later just saying congratulations on the turtle. And if I can find a way in to give him this idea, I'll give it to him. He's not going to take my advice. He's an actual professional. Dude, that would be so funny. Okay, let's move on there.